Hey, so I talked in a previous video about how you can make gold with Tidespray linen. Um, Basically, what you do is you create the Tidespray linen pants, and you can vendor them for 39 gold. If you can buy the Tidespray linen for, I think it's about 2 gold, you break even. So what I'm doing on this character is I've rather than going through and trying to vendor all this stuff, I'm just sending it off to another character that just I'll just vendor it all. So I send all the greens to that character, send all the blues to my character that can has the advanced enchanting. What is the tools of the trade, and then that character disenchants all the blues. So I actually get I think about for maybe about every 100 or so of the Tidespray linen pants that are blue, I get about 20 veiled crystals. So it's not a bad way to generate veiled crystals. And I've also been selling the Umber shards on the auction house as well. So I'm making some money that way as well. However, I've acquired a ton of the Tidespray linen. If I can take a look here, uh, so Tidespray linen. So I have, and I'm pretty sure I have some in the mail, buried in the mailbox as well that it's not seen. But yeah, I've got like 233,000 of it. But the problem is that I just don't have enough bag space. I don't have enough bank space to store all this Tidespray linen and also all the um, get all the nylon thread and stuff like that. So it's hard to make more than, let's say, 600 or 1,000 at a time, or with the bag space limited. And then on top of that, I'm just sitting here at the mailbox, sending all this stuff away. Um, so let's see. On the Blizzard store. So I'm just sitting here crafting all this stuff, then grabbing it all into my mailbox, mailing it to the other characters, and then on top of that, I'm going to have to sit on my enchanter, disenchanting all the blues, and then I have to uh, get all the greens and sell them. I could probably do that here a little bit, but it's a little easier to just do it this way. I I'm thinking, but if you're I thought at first it's like, okay, well, I'll keep the price of Tidespray linen reasonably high, so I would always buy it below 2 gold. But then I've gotten to where I have this gobs and gobs of Tidespray linen, and you're going to want to do some of that for your bracer shuffle to generate expulsum. But I would probably not go this far. Once you have maybe 50,000, then I probably wouldn't do much more than this. It is still a viable way to make some money. You could actually double if you can buy Tidespray linen at 1 gold, you're actually doubling your money, and you could just vendor it right away if you wanted to. But at this point, I probably would not recommend acquiring so much like I have, because it's just way too much. Unless you're fine having doing this, maybe you're sitting in a queue for LFR, or whatever the case might be. But time wise, I don't know if it's worth it. So anyway, I wanted to kind of come back to this and talk about this a little bit, just to caution you not to buy so much and get to this point where it's a little bit overwhelming. So anyway, y'all take care.